Okay. Just making sure I have the correct set in, and let's get to it. Nothing to it but to do it. Okay, have a good meal there, Vic. Right. Okay, this is gonna be a larger set, so this is gonna take some time. So let me put in some pieces in. No, not you, not you. There you are. We're starting with a little... I don't know what they're called. The little cars that bring the luggage around. Cabbies? Caddies? Something like that. For once we actually have to assemble the wheels because they're using different tires. These thick ones that I always found really cool. Oh no, not this one. That's for the plane. Where are the axles? Oh, there they are. Right. Need to put those two wheels in as well. Right. So let's get to it. These are the first 5 steps of the process. And there we go. There we go. Oh, these are weird. No, 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 no. You can see that the tire here is a bit fader. I could just get around that by using different tire, but I'm gonna leave it as is. That's the one that's been loaded for the set. Also, would you please behave like a proper tire? Thank you. There we go. Oh, I'm wrong. This isn't the caddy, this is a forklift. Well, it's going to be anyway. Gonna need that forklift piece. The piece which was specifically made just to make forklifts in Lego. I'm not joking, this particular piece I'm looking for now has been specifically made just so that you can make a forklift in Lego. If it's missing from this, then I'll have to find it manually. It is in this program, I know that, because I've used it before. Ah, there it is. LOL, a forklift. That's been specifically made just so that you can make forklifts in Lego. Which makes sense, you know, if you want to build forklifts, you will need a forklift, the whole fork part. So yeah, good job. What's impressive is it still fits in the system, so it's exactly a piece under and 3 up to fit. It checks out. It was really well done. That one, is that it? No, there is still the backrest. Okay, let's do this now. Oh, I've missed a part. I mean, I missed to pick it up. There we go. And that's it. We have a little forklift. Cute. Combine this into a single piece and leave this on the side so that we can do the next one. And now it's the luggage caddy, or whatever the name for that thing is. I have no idea. Again, this is a small build, so we're gonna take as many pieces as we can. I think the aircraft is the first part, which is gonna be more expansive on every single step. 4x4 plate. And let's take this, and I'm gonna need the mud flaps. We also need the steering rack. Yes, we do. Right. Let's get to it. I am building off memory for a bit again, which is a bad habit of mine. I should not do that so often because I will make a mistake and then I will have to unbuild and rebuild everything, which I tend to do sometimes. But like, oh, I know where this goes, and then I'm like, oh, whoops, that didn't supposed to go there. Which is something that I was doing even when I was playing with Legos in like real Legos, not virtual ones. Like, oh, I know where this is supposed to go. I'm like, oops, that's not where that was intended to go. Of course, when you're building your own stuff, you decide where everything goes, but when you're building it off instructions, then you're supposed to follow the instructions. And if you don't, then you make a big mess out of things. And I'm doing it again. I'm actually working off my memory, but I think I got it right. Yeah, I did. Surprise, surprise, I didn't miss. Where's the... Okay. This is gonna use these wheels, yes. Again, I'm gonna have to find those axles above somewhere. There we go. And the last one goes all the way to the bottom. Yeah. There we go. That's a luggage caddy. Should I put a drive right away? Might as well. Flight crew. We actually have stickers and everything this time around, which is great. We're gonna be missing heads later. I'm gonna keep a copy of a head somewhere on the side. Because for some reason it always loads just one. And I need to do the same things for hands. Faster. It's gonna be the same things for hands, so we're gonna keep a set side. Oop, I'm being silly. That needs to rotate. And we got ourselves a driver. There we go, luggage caddy. not save, although I probably should. Okay. Time to build the aircraft. Then the gas station following that. Right. These is gonna be the pieces of the fuselage. Maybe this as well. Immediately put the other one in as well. Now, what's this long blue one? That would be this one. The long blue one. Oh, what might he be talking about? A long blue penis. Right. That. Nope. 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 One of the amazing thing about these sets is how they manage to keep everything up to scale, even though they're using, I mean, comparative scale, a scale that fits the LEGO universe and doesn't look ridiculous, because obviously this is almost wider than the aircraft, but it fits because it's in the comparative scale of the minifigures. Like, they put proper thought into this, into the design and everything, and that's awesome. I wonder how the, I mean, yeah, I know what the basis of LEGO design is, like, oh, we want to build this, and which are the parts that are most easily going to get us to it. But when you take a look at a typical set, a kind of thing that, oh my god, who decided this is the most effective way of doing this? Like, why not put something differently? And then of course you have to have somebody log everything and make instructions for it so that it's always built in the same way. It's a very intriguing thing. I would love to be able to learn more about the whole creation process. Like, how are these sets actually made? Not like how the plastic forming is working. I know perfectly well how that part works. More to like how the design process works. Like this. Oh, we actually have one of these for once. I have to search it individually. Yeah, how does design, like, is there a meeting like, oh, we want to build this, and then they give proposals and stuff? There are a couple of things that are probably on everybody's meeting points every single year, because certain sets get re-released, or at least they have been. I actually don't really know much about the most modern sets, because a lot of them are just licensed, and I'm honestly not a big fan of those. It's kind of, you know, creative bankruptcy if you can't think of your own. I love the things like Ninjago and stuff. 10 1? 4, 6, 8. No, these are 2 10s and 2 8s. Yeah, I have to do some basic math every now and then. I'm not happy about it. I don't like math. The math doesn't like me. Yeah, so it's like cool to see like a Star Wars set and stuff, but it's not as interesting because that's just remaking things as you've seen it on TV, as opposed to thinking up your own. Except for older people, you won't remember the sets that were when the first space like adventuring sets and the underwater sets came along, which was in the 1995, I think. Like, they were some really creative ones. We will get to them at some point, because I'm doing this in order in about a year or two. But yeah, there were some really creative sets that were made in later years, and the way that they did him is because they thought him up, and they were really original and really interesting. I'm not really all that. I mean, it's cool to see thing like Millennium Falcon built out of Legos. That's cool. Honestly, we've all been doing that. Anybody who had Legos and was a fan of Star Wars, they built their own Millennium Falcon. And how big and how complex they could make it was depending on what pieces you had. It was just already a fan thing to do. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's cool and it's great, but I don't think that Lego is releasing enough original sets anymore. It's just a personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me at all, and you probably don't. But I always much prefer the original sets over the licensed ones. I just feel that the original sets had a lot more creativity in them, and that they overall look better, and that they do look better. And you can disagree with me on that. Like I said, you probably do. That's how I feel about it. But I miss that age of creativity. I mean, there are still creative sets being released, just not as many. And I think that they are running out of ideas. Or more to the point, they're running out of ideas that are making them money. Because everything is about money. At the end of the day, you know, Lego had some disastrous sets. I think early 2000s. Can't remember what those sets were called. But yeah, they did perform very poorly, and the company was in big trouble. Yeah, a large company needs to earn money, and that's just how it is. You don't have to like that, but you know, the only way you're gonna get the stuff that you like and enjoy in your household is if that company continues to be profitable, so that it can continue to exist. If it can't do that, it's not going to survive, and as such, it's not going to stick around for long. And I think I'm missing a piece. Essentially, this piece. Either I'm missing a piece or I've made a mistake. Yeah, I've made a mistake. Oh. No, but it's gonna be part of it, right? I took the wrong color, was what the mistake was. By the way, I realize that I'm talking out of my ass, that my opinions don't really matter much in the grand scheme of things, but certain things are just the way they are. For us to be able to enjoy Lego needs to be making money, and that also means licensed sets. Which, like I said, they're not a bad thing. Some of them are really, really great. I just miss the creativity. And the more personally, what I find more interesting sets that came before the licensing became such a broad thing. But hey, without that, maybe we wouldn't have the Lego movie. Is the Lego movie the only Lego movie? I have a feeling that there were more made, but that's the only one I know. And I do not mean any that came after the Lego movie, I mean before it. No, there was the Bionicle. It was an animated movie though. Well, of course it was. All Lego is animated, what am I talking about? Yeah, there was the Bionicle movie. I think I even saw that. The Golden Mask or whatever. I don't remember what I thought about it. Since I have trouble remembering it, probably didn't think of it much. You know, if you have trouble remembering something that you even did, then odds are it wasn't very good. Or, at best, it was very forgettable. Not something that you want to say about a movie. Oh, this one's up. That one was in reverse. Oh, I figured that I may missed a spot here. Seriously, Epidemic Sounds, what's with the country? Right. I apologize if you like country music, but I don't. And I'm the one who's listening right now. Okay, I'm missing some stuff that I didn't put in, so I need to put it in now. Fuselage coming along nicely there. I was already moving on to the next step, and then I realized I've missed some pieces. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I've put this one over here and this one over here, and you can see that it's the other way around, so these are reinforcing each other like brickwork. Which ironically, it's because these are bricks. Okay. So the instructions are expecting me to put in a pilot there now, so let's build a pilot. Makes sense to put it in right now because the cockpit on this particular set is not openable. Is that a word? Openable? You can't open it. I'm going to assume that is a word. I'm sometimes missing which keys I need to press for a specific function. There's so many of them and so many shortcuts I'm taking. Like minimal mouse movement. Actually I need to because I can copy paste. There I go. Pilot. Oh, I'm actually gonna have to manipulate the arms a bit so that he can fit inside. Because he can't fit inside! He's supposed to sit over here. But the arms need to go a bit further up. You gonna fit now? No, you won't. What's wrong now? Oh, it's not just me being an idiot. There we go. Hello, Mr. Pilot. Might as well give him his windshield now. Okay, time to build the rest of that aircraft. Oh yeah, by the way, this is not a passenger aircraft, this is a cargo aircraft, hence no chairs or anything. Or windows for that matter. Where is that single? There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at this now because I'm going to miss something because of the way that this thing is built. Just 3 of them, yes, it is 3 of them. Then 3 goes on top of that, 3. And then I need a hinge and I need this. Where's the hinge? There's the hinge. I'm gonna need this one as well, and this one. I don't even know how to call some of these parts. Anyway. A fuselage. Oh, I didn't take some parts, did I? Did not. And now this, then the hinge, then the 3, then the this. Oh, then I didn't need that one. Oh, I did, just for the other part. I realize that some of the things I'm saying make no sense, but it's just, trust me, I'm following instructions and I'm looking at individual pieces and I'm like, oh, that's not the piece. What am I doing? And then this, and then this. Let's see, this one and this one for support. And then this one goes here, because this part is gonna be openable. Is that a word? Openable. It can be opened. The only cross being used in the entire set. Let's pick up the stuff for the next step. Oh. Seems that our little it's not in the perfect... Oh, it is. I'm just being an idiot. As per usual. Okay. To finish up most of the fuselage and that part that's going to be opened or openable. Okay, I think supposed to be there. I was just not looking properly. So like I said, this thing will be openable so that it can be played with from tech outside, which is a very cool concept, and I'm happy that they did it that way because interactivity is the name of the game. Oh yeah. Okay. Some of these pieces sometimes confuse me for a bit. Only for a bit. Momentary confusion, that's all. And now these pieces there. They can be opened. Very cool. Time to make the landing gear. I remember when I was building this last time using this program, I had some trouble with the running gear, their assembly. We'll see if the same thing happens again. Well, specifically with the wheels. They don't always connect the way they should. We'll see if that problem has since been fixed, or it remains. In case it remains, developer, if you ever see this, fix that, please. Well, we'll see in a moment if it is still a thing, or they already fixed it and I just didn't know. I know I shouldn't really complain because this is a free software, which is amazing. Like, I don't know whose idea it was, probably somebody who had the same idea as me but was infinitely more capable. Like, let's build that, and I'm infinitely grateful because the only way that I can experience the joy of Lego nowadays is if I do this. It's way too expensive and I have way too many other expenses in my life to be able to afford Lego. It would be wonderful if that wasn't the case, because if I could, if I ever earned, what the hell? If I ever earned sufficient money to finance Lego, a Lego habit for myself, you can bet that I will be doing that. Also, yeah, this is the part. So this is the wrong type of wheel for this. So let's do a little bit of search. What is the wheel that we're supposed to be having with this? Replicable. 6375. Inventory. So 3139 is the wheel that we're actually supposed to be using with this. So what? 3139, huh? Okay. 3139. Oh, not replace. Yeah, these are the ones. How many will we need? 8, 10. Oh. Could have just made one correct color and then copied that instead. And that's gonna be 4624. Okay. Now let's go back to the... So the reason why this particular thing happened is because it's using an old code. Well, this wheel is using an old code and the program is using a new code. So the code for the part is correct for the new, but not for the old. Now, let's see if this is actually gonna work correctly, because I think this is what was causing the issues previously. We'll see. No, it works. It works fine. Yay. So they fixed it. That was the issue I was having previously, so I'm glad that that's no longer a thing. Okay, now that goes onto the aircraft, into this little slot here, like a glove. Of course, these tires being aligned incorrectly is going to cause issues, so let me fix that real quick. Oh, that one is actually correctly aligned, don't know why. How about this? There we go. I mean, alignment for a tire is kind of a ridiculous thing, but it is just because of the bounding box, which is how it's using the snapping. Also, again, Epidemic, I've specifically cleared country away from here. I'm gonna need to work on my filters. Again, if you are a fan of country music, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it. Everybody has their own personal music taste, and mine is no country music, please. I can't stand country or folk music, for that matter. Oh, hold on, this is so the visibility on this particular part is very poor, but I think, yeah, this is it. So this is actually revolving. It's a revolving part, which is great because that's the way that the aircraft turns when it's being taxied. And they actually thought of that. Time for tech wings. And all the engines were made out of two pieces. And I always found this extremely cool. It's like a turbine that you insert into the casing, and that was always so cool. Like, details like that is why Lego is continuing to be so successful. It's like details. I don't like some of the more complex parts, or not parts, shapes that they've employed in recent years, but I don't have anything against them either. They can be put into some really good use. But these, like, small details like these parts, this is so good. So good. Now, I'm going to need to eyeball this because this part is not very well shown. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of counting. So it's 1 off and 3 to the side. That sounds correct. Is it? it's difficult to see. It's not very well drawn in. Okay, now we need to put those engines on. Are they actually offset by one? Don't seem to be. I know that they're gonna fit because this is the Lego system after all. I do feel that they're too close together though. They are too close together because I'm an idiot. Also, not aligned. Just grab them like this. Also, yes, I'm being silly. There we go, now it makes more sense. Because I keep thinking that these have a four pin base, but they don't. That's something that came later on a different part. And we can pull out the tail as well. Looking very nice. I think we don't have any more members of society in there, so we can remove this. It's just a pilot and the driver of the cabbie. Oh, the next step is... This is a completely separate... Okay, so this is two sets, but they're not supposed to be in the same instruction booklet. This is already for the next instruction set. So the gas station is a separate set, which for some reason was put in the same instruction booklet. Because there was 63751 and 63752. But that also means that there is a page missing from this instruction booklet that they just didn't include. So I'm going to have to eyeball it. Or I can find instructions from a different source. Unfortunately for this particular thing, there are no alternative instructions for this, it seems. There is one more source I can check. Yeah, they're just not available. This is the only one, which means I have to eyeball it. Isn't all that bad because what's left is just the top bits, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just unfortunate, but it is what it is, and something you have to expect when it comes to old sets. Hello there, Galaxy. It's nice to see you there. Oh yeah, indeed it was. There's gonna be a Command & Conquer stream tomorrow. Just so you know, Galaxy, if you want to be part of that. Okay, do this. Fortunately, there's only a couple of pieces involved that were left out of the instructions. And that's it. There we go. That's it, set completed. There are some extra bits here. Or just spares, but you do get also 3 crates. And these were supposed to be the cargo, because this is like a postal plane. So it was gonna carry cargo, and you could take these either into the aircraft, or it can be transported by the forklift. I'm gonna leave this like that. You have that, you have the baggage caddy, and you have the forklift. This was a great set for 1980s. I mean, it's a good set even today. I mean, yeah, the design of the aircraft is very boxy for today's standards, but it still looks very good, especially with those turbines. And it has a great deal of interactivity because you could open these things. And you could then put the cargo inside, even in the rear, and then you could close it. And you know, interactivity is what counts when it comes to interactive little Lego bricks like this one. I will do one more. I'll do one more set, since it was included in this one anyway. So there is another 6375 set, and that's 63752. And that was a gas station. So we're gonna again open